Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is an open with me, and we've got the latest Crochet Now. Way. So, while I'm opening this, if you have not done so already, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And hopefully you'll be informed when new videos pop up. Let's get rid of the address bit. Oh, we've got a free gift. Get rid of that bit. Way. Okay, so let's put that aside for a minute and have a look at what we've got. Learn something new this season with Happy Berry, of course. We've got Stash Buster little round things. Standout accessories, official baby gifts, so some lovies. We've got, cushions that have got snowflakes sewn onto them. Magical amigurumi, winter warmers you'll love. This snuggly blanket, well actually it's 3 of them. And 46 cozy patterns just for you. And we've got this. So these are yarn tidies. Yarn tidies. So guys, have you ever heard of a yarn tidy? I don't think I've ever heard of it. And one of these little doodads has fallen off. So straight away I've got a casualty. It must have fallen off of there. So, and we've got another one. 2 have fallen off, 2 casualties. So we're doing really well with our free gift, aren't we? Thanks, Crochet Now. Chuck that over there for now. Generosity knows no bounds. Anyway, let's get in. Doesn't look that enthralling, does it? Doesn't really do much for me, actually. Any of these things, I have to say. Not into the amigurumi anyway, but when I look at what's on offer, it doesn't exactly thrill me. But let's hope there's more inside that they should have put actually on the cover to make it more appealing. Okay, doesn't really want to open. This is the, so we had a better jumper that they could have put on the front. I know it's row after row of the same stitch, but it would have only shown the top half. It would have looked better. We've got a hot water bottle cozy. Kids jumper would have looked better on the front. Anything would have looked better than. Sorry, whoever the designer is of that, but I think that is dreadful. Sorry, I'm in fine form, guys. I'm in fine form. What's new? Check out the latest news from the woolly community. We're Dotty for Bambino. Now, Bambino's been around a long time, but they brought out Dotty Bambino. Now, sheepy's cotton. Not had that before. What we got? Follow your passion. Crochet squares. That looks surprisingly like the one that's in card form, but in a book. And I think you just buy the same thing over and over again. Am I being really downplaying everything? So this is the Show Us Yours. It's sponsored by Signet. It's their page. And I like Big Bird. I like the kitty cat. But the rest are all kind of gnomes, apart from the clanger at the top. Okay, let's go on. So we've got a scarf that is made of squares of stars. Stargazing, it's called. Okay, and it's made with Aran yarn. You could really fine it up, though, couldn't you, with some DK or a 4-ply and make it look quite, well, delicate is the word. It would look nice. Keep it tidy. So this is what it's for when your yarn bands burst and you've started using it and they've come undone. You can put this on. But, you know, just be aware that your little stitch markers are going to fall apart before you even open them. So this is the Snow Cloud cushion. Bring all the soft tones of winter to your home with this charming cushion by Natasha Emerson. It's got a frill, you know, it's got a frill. Snow Day. We are taking a look at a few of our favourite cosy patterns for season snowy fun. So this is it, we're looking at them. But you can't do them, you're just looking at them. Sesame Street Lovies. Finally, someone calls them a lovey. You know, that's good, because usually they don't. They are a lovey and that's what they are. But yeah, if you want to make a lovey that looks like a Sesame Street character, this is your place. They've used Signet Jelly Baby, but you can use any chenille if you have some chenille in your stash. They are quite a simple thing to do. And you've got to make a ball and a square. Anyway, V-stitches, bobbles and spikes. This is Lauren Willis. This is the one they should have put on the cover, in my opinion. It would have probably sold more copies. It's an Aran one. It goes from extra small up to a 5XL, which is not a bad size range. The schematic, which I think, you know, should only apply to buildings, but never mind. The schematic shows, excuse me, very little shaping, so easy, and it says intermediate. Goodness knows why. It's got to just be this bit, isn't it? But I'm sure any beginner can tackle any of those stitches, so I reckon it's beginner friendly, personally. If I were to make that as a tutorial, it would be beginner friendly. Never mind. This is more yarns. We've got Yarn Smith's Pebble Haze. I don't really like Yarn Smith's yarn, gotta say, except the cotton. I like that. I can't say really the Pebble Haze, Aaron. Not used that one, but the one, the K. Enough said. It costs $3.20. You know what? Stylecraft Special Aaron's cheaper, and it's anti-pilling. So yeah. So Sheepy's Kindsome Sea Breeze, £5.10. Don't say how big they are. I reckon, looking at them, they should all be 100 grams, but can't say for sure. So it doesn't say. Stylecraft Soft Pastels Aaron Lychee. Not had that one either. I do have a lot of Stylecraft, but I don't have that. $4.49 they're saying. Knit Pro Symphony Viva Lilac. Now I do stock that. And it doesn't give you a price here because everybody varies. But the Rico Chenille Love Sparkle Aqua is £6.45. I do have some of that in my stash. I bought it when I did my yarn quests. So Bambino Dotty, this is a sample of their patterns, and that's what the yarn looks like. I think I went off a Dotty yarn when just after it first came out, back in the 70s. I used it, and then after that it was like, I don't really want to use that anymore. That's me personally. Other people must love it, otherwise it would have gone out, wouldn't it? Special abbreviations in this. Do we need them? Helen Bunting has made some coasters that just look like granny rounds with some V-stitches. So I don't think we really... it might have some, you know, treble two together clusters. Really don't need all that. Made with 4-ply. So nice and flat. 4-ply in the UK is sport weight for you guys across the pond. Should have mentioned that earlier. How very naughty of me. Subscribe today and get for free. Oh, look at that. How surprising. A Crochet Society box with some little balls of yarn, and you know all these pictures, it will make one of them. You have to choose. There's never enough yarn to make all of them, but you can always have more yarn and make different things. But then again, why are they showing you this one and then showing you this one? It says worth over £70, but that's totally different, isn't it? Don't understand. Never mind. We expect them to advertise their own stuff in here, don't we? This is Aurora the Arctic Fox by Cassandra White. I'm glad it says it's a fox, because I wouldn't have known, to be honest with you. But it's, you know, a kid will love it. It's just a dolly child, isn't it? Doesn't matter what it is. Now, this is Chloe Elizabeth Birch's offering. Soft Snowfall Cardigan. It's chunky. It's extra small up to a 5XL. And it's on the cover. Then... I think that's hideous. But, you know, it's just my opinion. What it's worth. Not very much. Anyway, Happy Berry's Crochet Notebook. We're going to have some how-to-do-y bits. And, oh, look, she's got a logo. I've never noticed it before. Maybe that's because she's sort of now made the big time in the magazine. I don't know. But we've got some pretty decent stitch tutorials, which I'm sure you'll find on possibly my channel and others, and maybe even hers. Natasha Emerson's blanket with bobbles attached. Yeah, so it's very simple, but you know, not seeing it around a lot, so you know, it's different, I guess. But it would be tedious, I would think, to make. It is just row after row after row after row of, well, I don't even know what. I'm trying to see it. All I keep seeing is bobble, and then what? Half trebles. And yeah, it would take ages, wouldn't it? But you know, it's not ugly. That's one thing you can say about it. New Katona Shine by Sheepies. Yet to find a supplier of good Sheepies yarn. The one I had originally was overseas, and I don't want to pay customs anymore with it. This is Claire Fernley, and she's made a cape. Well, no, she's calling it a shawl, but it looks like a cape. This clever stitch pattern mimics intricate snowflakes. Does it? As they float down from snowy skies. Does it? Does it to you? This looks like a star. Where's the snowflakes? And where's these intricate snowflakes hiding then? Don't know. Anyway, where are we? No sizes, because it's just, you know, basically a cape. So, Wicked and Wonderful Crochet Kit. 8 balls of super soft yarn. Don't tell you how big they are, though. So it could be 20 grams for all we know. Printed booklet containing 5 exclusive Oz-inspired patterns. Luxury hook. Stitch markers and velvet project bag. It's got a hook. It's not a luxury hook. You know, it's not a clover. It is not a tulip. It is not a furl. It is not one that you might pay a premium price for in any shop. It's free. Step-by-step video tutorials, Wicked or Wonderful, reversible box in pink or green to suit your mood. Oh, must be this thing. Did I say? Yeah, it is a box. It's a pouch, is it not? I don't know. Doesn't look like a box. Maybe it's made in a box style. Anyway, it's £32.99. Do you think that's worth it, guys? £32.99. Is that how much the boxes cost now? If you're a member and all that, you know, subscribe. I subscribed a long while ago. It was £20 then. Did 6 months. Fireside hottie cover. Now, do be careful if you've got hot water bottles, because on them you'll find a little round marking, and it tells you the month and year that they were manufactured, and you can only keep them for 2 years, even if you haven't used them. Because the rubber perishes and the contents might come out, might burst, might split, might leak at the top, but you will scald yourself. So you have to be careful with that. This is Karen Hubbard's design. It's quite a nice square, actually, whatever you decide to use it for. Campfire Storage Jumper. Now, I really like this one. That's actually quite nice. This is Eve Torbit, and it goes from 2 to 3 years up to 8 to 9 years. Sorry, but I don't know any 8 to 9 year old that would wear it. You know, they're getting more like teenagers these days, aren't they, when they get to that age? It's like, no, not wearing that. No, I want Sonic or whatever. It's not really. I guess 2 to 3, 3 to 4, you're still okay with. But getting up to a older, they might be a bit no sort of thing. But it's nice anyway. I quite like it. And there it is again. I don't know about this bit. I might not put that on if I'd made it, because I think that most people say, what's that? What is it? I mean, obviously it's logs and a fire, but it's stretching a point really, isn't it? So I don't know what that is. Mince pies and pudding, Christmas crochet with Ammonite yarns. Advert. Fooled me, that did. Now this is the Norway spruce blanket. It's got trees. You can see they're kind of trees. I thought when I first looked at it, they reminded me of when I was a little girl and we used to have a TV aerial on top of the telly. It looked like that. It did. We always got to move the aerial. Go on, we've lost the signal. That sort of thing. Rosina Plain has made this blanket, and it's very nice. It is. I like it. It's a tad busy for my tastes because I'm not one for fussy. But yeah, I like it. It's nice. And I've got chart and little pictorials. Kerry's journal page, which I always skim past. Advert for Knit Now, and a book club. This month we're reading Reversible Crochet by Anna Maria Babanica. Yep, easy for you to say. So I'm sure they are absolutely fabulous designs, really. And they're reversible, so, you know, when you've just made it so that, yeah. That's, because this is really nice. It's a tic-tac-toe scarf. Yeah, I like it a lot. So this is Anna Maria Babanica. So how much is a book then? Did it say? Because, you know, some of you might like to do this. It's obviously not beginner. It doesn't say. I can't see it. Crochet Sweaters by Anna Maria Babanica. Nope. Printed with permission from Reversible Crochet Sweaters by Anna Maria Babanica. Page Street Publishing, 2025, photo credit. That's all that's there. No price. So, yeah, be one of those you have to look up. But the scarf is very, very nice. And, yeah, something very different, which is much needed in the magazines. And there's all the pictorial bits that show you the double-sided kind of crochet that makes it reversible. Lovely, really lovely. And she's coupled it with one of her pullovers just to tempt you into buying her book. Just to tempt you. And this is the Delft Dreams cowl. Now, didn't they do a Delft thing a little while ago in one of these? So it's made with the waistcoat stitch. In other words, looks like a knit stitch. Heather C. Gibbs. Very stiff, that, though. So I guess the way to get around that is to make a bigger needle and a smaller yarn. But it's not done though. It's 3.5mm and we've used DK, so it'd be mega stiff, wouldn't it? Anyway, it looks kind of nice. I like that. We've got loads of adverts. Loads of them. This is the Happy Space Crochet Along Part 8. Much too busy for my tastes, but this is Rosina Plain's blanket, which you may or may not be doing. And we've got some charts for that, and we've got the standard abbreviations, which are everywhere. And there's another page, which I can't get. Oh, there we are. I'm in. Inside the next issue of Crochet Now, Frost and Fireworks. Really? New Year fireworks, I guess. Yeah, celebrating New Year. We've got a Tunisian crochet hook, and we've got all these bits and bobs. We have a tank top. We've got a bear. I can identify that. And we've got blankets for all the family. We've got hats and mittens. We've got peanuts. And a free Crochet Society bundle when you subscribe. Okay, we've got the last word from Anna Gibney. And that's it. What do you think of this magazine? I quite like that. That's a shame that's not in it. So, yeah. Lots of things that would have been better on the front cover, just saying. As absolutely. The scarf, for one. Why not put that there? Anyway, tell me what you think, what you liked, what you didn't like. Never judge a book by its cover then. That's obviously true. Because, you know, there was some actually nice things in here. The cover didn't really do it justice in that respect. But how much are we talking here? $9.99 for this one. Usual price. We did get some free gifts, but they were a bit of a fail. Too many of these things fallen to bits already. That one, I think, has fallen right to bits. Anyway, not that I'd use them. Usually when I get free gifts, I put them in people's orders, but I don't know if they might be a bit insulted if I put this in. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye for now.